I actually did too many projects at the same time. It was detrimental for for all of them. When I have huge problems, I hate myself. I say, I'm like shit.
On my grind all day, gonna make $1 million that someday. You know I'm in
the other thing I wanted to ask you, kind of about your current state. So I asked this something similar. Actually, I asked my previous guests. What are you currently trying to unlock for yourself, whether it's from business perspective or personal level? Like I can give you quick examples there. Let's say business might be something like, you decided recently managing people because it's required for your business, but you realize that managing is difficult, but you're still trying to struggle and figure it out and trying to see like how can you manage your people and make sure that your employees at least work or perform to the 90% of their ability. So on a personal level might be something like that you're constantly thinking about multiple ideas, but you like and you want to focus on one specific one, but you can, and you're trying to figure out or unlock the way how you can do it. Is there something that you're trying to unlock at this current stage?
Yeah, in the business point of view, the thing that my disadvantage at the moment actually is delegating the tasks. Currently, I know that I don't delegate as well as I should, because and this actually makes I would say the employees. It makes me no. I mean, I can't actually use the 100% of the ability of the employee in this case, because I still have the feeling that for some tasks I'm the best person who can perform it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's always like that, Fuad. I mean, because you see your certain way that this is the way it's supposed to be, and you would like them to see it to the best of their abilities like that, but you can't expect them to see 100% as you do, right?
Yes. It's always like that, but this is something I need to unlock, and I need to teach myself. So I don't have to expect 100% result, maybe 80% result, but delegate well and train the employees very easily and find the ways to kind of build a system instead of just the task-based operation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they can work and they can decide themselves. And
exactly.
Delegation is something. Okay, I mean, I do delegate at the moment, but I know that I can do much better, and I know that actually the real, not real. The CEOs of like very big companies delegate in a like very successful manner. Yeah, and this is one of the crucial.
But you never know. Maybe they had some difficulties as well in delegating initially, right?
Initially, of course. I mean,
but I think for this specific thing, especially for small businesses, when you're just starting and you're like one key director yourself under, and there's projects under you, and there's people running some of your tasks that you're giving them. I think it's very difficult, as you said. Like, I want it to be specific way, but it's. Many times it doesn't work out, and then whenever you talk to them about this, they don't get it, because let's say it's like loving your mother. You love your mother 100%, but you can't make someone else to love your mother 100%. They can have loads of respect to her, but they will love her to 80% or 70%. Same thing in the job. I think they can do to the best of their abilities to 80-90%, but that's all you can expect from them. Same thing as in your business. You can love your business to 100%, but it's not theirs. That's why they can't love it to the 100%.
True. That's what I need to teach myself as well.
Yeah, exactly. They would love it. They would love it 100%. If that would be half theirs, they would love it 100%, of course. Then, but if it's not half theirs, then this comes to ability where they're employee, but they can do their best, which might be potentially 80%.
Yeah, true. In this case, I actually need to learn compromising as well. You know what I mean? Because if I don't compromise, I will of course expect like 100% result, and I need to understand. Okay, so as you said, the employee wouldn't. I wouldn't say love. I wouldn't kind of limit it with loving their job
or doing their task to the 100% of their abilities.
Even if he tries to the 100%, but his 100% can be my 80%, or it can be opposite as well. I mean, that's why I just need to understand that I need to only focus to important points, not like every single small thing.
Correct.
And which
and then your life becomes easier.
Of course, and the works will go faster. I mean, fluently, yeah. This is for in the business point of view. And regarding the personal point of view, this is actually something I'm already working on, and I achieved like very very good results already in terms of it's actually something psychological, but you know me that I have like a very I'm the type of person like who have too many ideas all the time. Right?
That's exactly why I gave you that example.
Actually, I know. And this is something like whenever I get a new idea, I get very motivated
and excited.
Excited, yes, for that idea, and this makes me a little bit less motivated for the ideas or projects that I'm working at the moment. So, and kind of I have...
Or spreads you out across the board, right?
True, yeah. And I kind of think that whenever I get a new idea, I say, okay, I'm very too much excited for that. I say, okay, I should I have to do now, otherwise
it's going to be too late.
Too late, exactly.
Or someone else is going to do it.
Exactly, yeah. And this way, this is something very bad actually. I realized that, and because of this, you already know, I actually did too many projects at the same time, and it was detrimental for all of them. You know,
exactly.
Because I couldn't.
And for your own success,
for my own success as well. And I couldn't spend enough time for each. And like whenever you have like a little bit of free time, you think that it will be all the time like this, and you have free time all the time, and you start a new thing, and when you start a new thing, both of them captures all of your time, and you just don't have to do anything, and both of them fails. You know what I mean? So this is something that I actually learned very hard way, that I don't need to do
spread your focus across
a few things at the same time.
So it's all about narrowing your focus, right?
Now I'm only okay. Yeah. So currently it's this way. I'm only focusing in one thing, and only after I can delegate more than 80% of that work, my work, personal work, personally, to someone else that I hired. In that case, yes, I can allow myself to start something different, but now I'm thinking totally differently. But still, I have the same feeling, but I'm kind of fighting with that. You know, this is something that I would like to kind of
be fully sufficient with that. And
I mean, like this is something that I need to make a change in myself for.
But that's the reason you're working on that, right? I mean, slowly but surely you're going to get that. You're going to every single time. It's probably never going to stop. You're always going to have so many ideas, and every single time you're going to have that, you're just going to work on that to improve it, to narrow the focus again when it's spread it. Narrow the focus. No, this is perfect. And I think many people like yourself who are idea man, as I would call them at this specific moment, but idea people who actually they generate them, but then they're struggling with narrowing the focus, but then with experience, with maturity, with the work processes that they're working on, they become better and better on handling it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was actually after having a kid, this
congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much. It influenced a lot, and kind of I became more mature in terms of this, and I understood. Okay, it's not a game, you know. It's
a real thing now.
It's not something that I'm playing. You know, it's
you have to provide to the family now as well.
Exactly. I have to maintain the family. I have a kid, and I have to earn more and more money, and so I need to focus on one thing and succeed. And this actually affected that a lot.
Exactly. This is it, Fuad. And to be honest with you, the last thing I wanted to ask you, since you've obviously you started your story in Azerbaijan, then you moved to Ireland, and you currently are completing it in Ireland now. I was wondering, at this age, do you like yourself? Are you proud of what you've done so far at this age?
Okay. I wouldn't say I'm proud of myself.
I know it's like a pressing question, but anyway.
No. I mean, I will be very open. I wouldn't say I'm proud of myself all the time, because no, it's not. But it depends on the time. When I have something successful, I'm proud of myself. When I have huge problems, I hate myself. I say, I'm like shit. Like it depends on the time. But when I mean, see good feedback from, let's say it's very specific, talk specifically, for example, about YouTube, and I see like very good feedback for each video when I post a video or something, and in that time, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. How many subscribers do you have altogether though at the moment?
I didn't count.
But approximately in all the channels.
In the last week, I would say that in Russia it's 476,000. Mm-hmm. In Turkey it's 192 or 93,000.
Killing it.
And in Azerbaijan is I think 50,000 in YouTube.
Perfect.
But 75,000 likes in the Facebook page.
Followers, aka
in the Facebook page, like this.
Perfect.
In English channel, it's already 1,100 something like that.
So it's close to 1 million if you combine all the channels all together, approximately.
Close to, but not 1 million.
Yeah, close to. Okay, I'll continue.
It's more than 700,000.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I mean, like for example, when I post a video and they see a good feedback, and people say thank you, so you helped my life and this kind of stuff. Of course, I'm proud of myself that time.
Yeah.
But if it's not that case, if something else, it depends. I mean, like if I fight with someone like I close to me, you know, and if I do something wrong, I'm not proud of myself. I mean, it depends on the situation, life station.
What I mean, Fuad, when I'm saying,
in general,
to this point, when you got to this point, right? Are you proud of all the things that you've done so far? Are you proud of the things that you're doing? Are you proud of the fact that you're a businessman, a family man at the moment? Like in general, like at this point of your life.
Okay, I would say I'm proud, but I'm not satisfied yet. Okay. I'm proud. Because if I don't feel proud, I wouldn't continue as well. At some point, I would maybe give up, or those things wouldn't be interesting.
Let me readdress this question. So, let's say if you'd be 18, imagine you're 18 years old, Fuad, and you're looking at this age now. Would you be proud of yourself or not?
In that time, if I knew that I would be...
like it would be now, this Fuad,
yeah.
And you'd be satisfied of this Fuad?
Still wouldn't be satisfied, because my goal from 18 years old is the same and never changed.
Let's go.
I haven't reached the goal.
But do you think you would enjoy all the process that you are going through?
I love it.
Or you enjoy just getting there and being on the top?
Okay.
Which one you would enjoy more?
Of course, the process. Like getting there, being in the top, will be actually something detrimental as well. Because after that, I probably feel depression if I reach my goal. And of course, the process is the best. And currently, for example,
probably I knew like 90% that's the answer, but it's not what the answer.
For example, when it's weekend, let's say, if I just don't work and don't do anything. It's very boring for me, like if I know, like if I went to a 9-to-5 job and in the weekends I would feel more happy because it's weekends, but now, if I don't work, it's boring for me, and it's completely the opposite, because this is something that this is something helps me to go forward, to go towards my goals.
Exactly.
Towards my goals, so you
enjoy every single day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday as well.
Because I enjoy when I work. Yes.
When you action days. I'm exactly the same. I enjoy. I don't get happy when I'm on the weekend. I get happy anytime. That can be Monday or Tuesday as well. Whenever I catch up with my friends.
Why it's boring? Yeah. When you don't do anything, it's boring.
Oh, of course. If I just sit on the beach, like I'm thinking like so many people love traveling, right? And I'm thinking like, what's the behind loving the traveling? It's partying, it's drinking, it's having a good time only. But then if I be doing that, to the certain extent I would enjoy it, but then to the more extent of my mind, I'd be like feeling, oh shit, like in my head, everyone else is working in the world, they're doing things and things like that, what they do, what they love, what they're in the process of climbing to the hill if they want to be on, and I'm not, and I feel like bad, like really, really bad. Unless everyone else is also like partying at the moment, like it'll be okay, I'll party a little bit and go back work, you know, I'll be like, okay, like, you know, I'll be on my climbing process, but otherwise you just feel really shit. If you do that for long, especially, if you like enjoy, if you take time off for a long period of time and you don't do, you just feel really, really bad. And I think that's like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with chilling and partying if that's what you want to do. If that keeps you internally well, that's perfect. But if you don't feel internally well when you're doing that, or when you're doing that for a long period of time, you know, then you know who you are.
Probably you've read a book called Flow. I don't know how to pronounce the name of the
flow.
Flow.
It's funny, mate. My previous guest mentioned me about this book, and he's told me that they use the analogy of skateboarders, like the way they're flipping the kicks and they're doing the tricks with the skateboards, and other people look at them, they say like, oh, how did that person learn those flips and all that, and they'd be like, oh, that's interesting, I wish I'd be able to do that as well. But they don't think of the fact that they actually learned those flips by doing many years, and now they're able to do it. Same thing like people in business or yourself, you've done so many things, and now you know those things. Now I'm only describing what my previous guest told me. I haven't read the book. I want to read the book after you and he told me about it. That
book also mentions, I mean, it's actually the idea behind the book is the thing that you just told. It's like, you know, you said like you're thinking of other people like climbing the hill, and you don't do anything or something like that. It's the same thing there. It says that, okay, so the happiness actually is being in the flow. Being in the flow is something that you are in the process of growth, and in the process of getting higher and higher challenges. Okay. So it says that if you want to be in flow, your challenge, you need to do something that you cannot do well. Okay, so that exceeds your skills, but it shouldn't be that much challenging that gives you stress. So it should be in the middle. And every time you do those challenges, you get those skills as well. And this challenge becomes no challenge for you. And that's why you need to do more challenges, the bigger challenge, which is out of your skill as well. Okay. And in that case, you only develop, and this is the happiness. And because you're engaged, your mind is engaged. And this is actually a very good book, and it explains this. And I think with this, the way we live, and maybe most of the entrepreneurs live who enjoy the process. They just enjoy being in the flow, you know. It's and we know in some part of our brain, we know that if we reach our goals, it will be boring, you know? Exactly. But we still go to towards the goal.
That's going to be the most devastating day, right? When you reach the goal.
The way will be great, but the day after all.
Exactly. That's perfect, Fuad. This is all I wanted to ask. Thank you very much for sharing such a cool, interesting insights. Give me a handshake. Thank you very much to my guest, Fuad, one of my best friends. Guys, if you enjoyed this, I know this was a little bit maybe a longer podcast than previous ones, but I think you got nice insights. And if you enjoyed this, then feel free to subscribe. Whatever you listen to, iTunes, SoundCloud, or maybe I'm going to upload this on the Anchor as well. And if you would like to watch the YouTube or video version of us talking, you can do it by typing hashtag DOERSTALK and watch it on YouTube. And if you can leave any type of review, if you have any thoughts of this, would be really, really appreciated too, as it gives a nice kind of feedback as well. That's it, guys. Thank you very much for joining in.
Thanks.
I will see
Thanks
you.
for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. I will see you next time. Peace out.
On my grind all day, gonna make a million, son, that someday. You know I'm in the building when I write this way. Put me in the pound when I bite this game. Bitch, I'm an animal. Eating these rappers, I swear I'm a cannibal. About to fulfill my